Tonight, leaves litter dozens of streets in Raleigh, and people living in those neighborhoods say they have been waiting weeks or even months for their leaves to be picked up by the city.
And some are even calling it a safety hazard. CBS 17's Mariah Ellis is getting answers to what's going on and when the cleanup might begin.
Piles and piles.
As you clean up the yard and then the leaves blow right back in it.
David Terrell, working in his front lawn just off of Six Forks and Sawmill Road, says he's been waiting for crews with the city of Raleigh to collect the leaves sitting for months in front of his home.
I started collecting them the week before Halloween. I haven't been picked up since February of last year.
Terrell questions not just the weight, but the safety in certain neighborhoods.
I mean, you can see I'm taking up a third of the road. School buses come by, ambulance service, emergency services.
We live off a through street, so if bikers are riding and there's cars driving by, then it's kind of dangerous if the lanes become more narrow.
It's a concern for several families living off of Anderson Drive, where piles also cover bike lanes on a busy road with limited sidewalks. Neighbors here say leaves were picked up early back in November, but say the warmer temperatures delayed the fall, many of them now waiting for a second pickup.
I'm a landscaper, so my customers want their yards pristine. So it is a little frustrating because our tax money is paying for the bill for them to come get it, and they're not doing it.
We reached out to the city. They tell us it comes as crews continue to complete the first pass of the collection process that started back in November, a process that divides the city into 12 zones. They say part of the delay, including Terrell's neighborhood, is due to inclement weather.
Whenever they say a date for leaf pickup, it's kind of like give or take a week or two is kind of what I've experienced.
While some homeowners continue to wait, others say they'll be patient.
I mean, they were putting down some brine on the streets when we had some freezing rain, and I really think the only thing you want to be careful of is that the leaves don't block up the storm drains.
The city says not just the weather, but those wet leaves can actually clog their equipment. They said because weather is such a big factor, they said they don't typically have a standard timeline. Mariah Ellis, CBS 17 News.